Len, such a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, pleasure to meet you.
What an awesome entry for the world of John Wick. I have a blast watching this. And I want to start off about asking you, can you walk us through the moment you got that phone call where you were offered Ballerina? And was this world something you were following closely before?
I was definitely following this world closely before and loved the film. So really very aware, and just with the levels to it, the world of it. And so when I was sent it, Basil called me, and I didn't know that they were planning on doing a film and a female character that they were introducing. So the first initial was just excitement. I love the tone. Tone is very important to me, of the balance of that, what kind of action it is, but also the tone. I think it has a great tone, at least one that's very close to a tone that I look for, that I love when in seeing action films. So, no, it was exciting. There was a lot to do and restructure and work on the script and all that, but just the initial idea, I was drawn into the kind of action that it is, the amount of focus that's put on the choreography. I really like, and so yeah, it was exciting to jump in.
Yeah, exciting film, and like you mentioned, the tone and the grittiness. There's a bunch of us out there that love this stuff. I love these types of films. And, Ana de Armas delivers a performance that's both fierce and deeply focused. Her intensity and work ethic seem truly unmatched. So what was it like directing her to help shape the energy and evolution of her character throughout the film?
It was great. We clicked, very, very early on about what the character should and shouldn't be. Because I think just as important as here's what we want from the character. At least with me, there were things that I didn't want to fall to. There are often some traps and tropes about a female assassin specifically, and so that was just in working with Ana and the amount of conversations, the references that I would, bring to her. One of the first things that I wanted her to watch was Rambo: First Blood. I felt like this was kind of my homage in a sense, with elements of this is a character that has not got the full support of an artillery. This is somebody that is on the run, is being hunted, and has to make weapons creatively as she goes along. So with this, it was more about survival than it was attack for a lot of it. So there was a lot of conversations that Ana and I had about just what we both liked and what was exciting to us about exploring that.
That's great homework right there. I'm gonna go rewatch that movie. I've seen a million times.
It's so good.
In my brain.
It's so good. The first one is great, and it's also part of it is also tone. Tone, like I said, is a big part of it. You really feel for the guy, and he's going through. He's got pain in him, so anyhow. But I thought Ana brought such a beautiful pain into the kind of kick-ass nature of her character. It never lost the kind of soul and pain that's underneath why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah, and she's perfect for this role. And obviously this film, having Keanu Reeves, Ian McShane, the late and great Lance Reddick involved, feels like a massive gift for any filmmaker, especially since this is the trio that's like the foundation of this epic world. What was it like having this trio part of this movie that stands alone but is such part of a huge franchise?
Oh, it makes such a difference, I think, because if I was not directing the movie, what would I want to see? And if I went to a theater, bought my popcorn, sitting out, I want to see it actually integrated with the world. And so it was a blessing to have them on board. And I also think it helps really establish and connect the world. But it was really good. I mean, it's a fantastic cast. And so for me, it was such a joy.
Yeah, new and old faces. It's building upon something so great and just keeps getting better and better. I still need to reflect on the amazing Lance Reddick, brought such power and grace to Sharon. As one of the few directors who got to work with him, I wanted to ask if you could share about that experience and what he brought to the role both on and off screen.
Well, we had a wonderful time, very short time together. He shot for 2 days, and he has such class. And I think the reason why that character has resonated with people is it's a lot of what, at least in my experience with him, is a lot of him in that character. The thing that surprised me is how much of a big nerd that he was, which just speaks to me. So we would just have these really geeky conversations about, he loves movies and genre movies. And so we had a really wonderful time, and it's very tragic and very sad. And I really feel like I'm blessed that I got to work with him before he passed.
I love hearing that. I can say the same thing. I spent 15 minutes with him during chapter 4, and we did nerd out, and we got to nerd out about a lot of things, and Batman was one of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he just it's the references are that when somebody, it's just fun when somebody gives a reference which is so just unexpected, and I go, all right, you were watching, like, we'll go back to, the like Maniac Cop, kind of. References and stuff. So I had a really great time with him.
No, I love hearing that. Lastly, the world of this franchise is so distinct. It's like a character of its own. What was important to you when putting your own stamp on it while honoring the tone and style that fans grew to love?
It was something it was a unique challenge, and also, because Ballerina, it's not a spinoff, it's more of a parallel film, right? So it takes place, and where it crosses with iconic moments that are in John Wick 3. So in the aesthetic, I wanted the world to feel exactly like what those moments were. I feel it was more of the locations and the destinations that we went to that we haven't experienced, where we really got to create a new aesthetic, and how to make, a lot of it takes place in Hallstatt, in the snow, and how do you make a snowy town that looks quite beautiful? How you make that still feel like a gritty noir flavor that fits within the John Wick world? So we played with a lot of different lighting patterns and colors and how to bring that a noir flavor to, because lighting with snow is like it's like a huge bounce card everywhere. But yeah, so we were able to really go into a lot of different, just expand on the world building.
Yeah, y'all did a great job. Len, I loved Ballerina. This was fantastic.
Oh, man, that's really great to hear. Thank you.
Big fan of all your work, too, so looking forward to seeing what you deliver next, and we got to catch up again.
Yeah, absolutely, man.